I'm joined by Philipp Albrecht, who is a rapporteur on the data protection paper, which is currently going through the Parliament. And Philipp, thanks for joining us. There's been a lot of activity on this paper, and since June there have been revelations coming thick and fast on the PRISM scandal, on the NSA revelations that have come through from Edward Snowden's whistleblowing. How much have you seen in your interaction with MEP colleagues that issue having an impact on the way that they look at this paper at this stage?
It has an impact, but first of all, I think all the members of the European Parliament are aware of the fact that here we talk about a broader issue, fundamental rights and privacy generally, and especially when it's on the intelligence issue. So it's also the security debate which is behind that. But there is a very important impact on the data protection debate, because at least now all the politicians, but also individuals, know how important it will be that we have a common legal framework in Europe, but if not globally, to protect our personal rights, our personality rights, also in the internet environment, where information flow is cross-border by nature, and our data crosses the Atlantic or the Pacific in milliseconds and is in different jurisdictions. So we need to take care, and we need to get this challenge into action here in the European Parliament. We need to deliver so that people can have trust again in the applications of their fundamental rights and their personal interests. It's not really clear why EU institutions should be excluded from this data protection regulation. The fact that there is already a data protection regulation for EU institutions makes it a bit more clear that there has been somehow a problem to include all these rules into the new regulation, because there are specific rules on the European Data Protection Supervisor. There are also rules on diplomats in European institutions, and so on and so on. So there has been a practical problem for the Commission, which we would expect that the Commission would have been able to possibly solve this problem in due time, and therefore we will include in this regulation also a clear demand to bring in line these old rules with the new regulation, so there's no misunderstanding for citizens that EU institutions try to exclude themselves from these rules.
So you're going to tighten the wording on that to make sure that people will have faith that change will happen?
Exactly. That would be a wrong signal to be sent out if European institutions would be not bound to this.